Hi, this is Dick Cluskey out on the downs. Look behind me. Isn't that lovely? I'm nearly up the top of the downs now. Very steep. 4 minutes on the net with Dick. Serious Writers Guild. Are you a member yet? Dick@makehits.com if you want to get in touch with me. And the website is makehits.com. I had a lot of reaction from one of the 4 minutes a few weeks ago where I explained yet again, just need to do all the time to members of the Serious Writers Guild, explaining that you really have to aim your music for 12 to 18 year olds. In fact, nowadays you can possibly aim from 5 to 12 year olds. People were saying, even me saying, what a load of rubbish, what a load of tosh. One guy said his son was at university. I was involved with 4 bands, and the main influences that the bands were taking was from all the 60s stuff, 70s stuff maybe. He said, that's okay. So as long as there's only influence. And I always quote the story of Oasis saying that their big heroes were the Beatles and they did everything like the Beatles. And that was rubbish. They're tiny bits of influence, but they had a very unique sound, a unique for them sound. And it was certainly very little to do with the Beatles. So I would be very, very careful of getting involved with bands and then listening to Beatles stuff, Kink stuff, Animal stuff, then the occasional Lionel Richie track, and then trying to meld it all together, because it will simply sound like a 4-piece band. 2 guitars, bass, drums, maybe a keyboard thrown in. They'll all sound the same. No. You've got to be much more modern thinking. You've got to think of bands like Muse, Kings of Leon, intelligent bands. I mean, there's so many. I'll put them on the screen down there. Well, that's the way to do it, is to look at the bands today that claim that they got their influence from the bands of old. Then take their music, not only copy it, but improve it, and then meld 2 different styles together. Why create mediocrity when you can copy genius? And that is the most clever statement ever. That's in business, in manufacturing, and particularly in music. Take classical influences. I always advise people to have good piano lessons. Most important thing in your life, because that will give you, the piano teacher will give you all the theory, the rudiments of music. And that's so important to creating your own music. Take classical music, take the influences of classical music, the correctness of classical music, the niceness of classical music, and then meld that into your own music. You know, the different chord structures, the lovely cadences, the lovely way the piano, the fingering on the piano is put together, the lovely chords, even little simple things like Fur-Elise, Sonata in G, tiny little pieces of the Beethoven, Chopin and all that. Get into it and let that influence your brain as well. But particularly listen to the guys like Muse. I particularly like Muse at the moment. Their latest album is fantastic. And listen to the way they have let classical music influence them. Because Matthew Bellamy, the guitar player, is a stunning classical piano player. Wow! He's something else, and that has obviously influenced him. So there we are, it's Dick on the downs again. You've been looking at the view all the time. There's the view the other way, and the sun is up there, and there's the sun. Isn't this delightful? Isn't this delightful? Wouldn't this give you inspiration for that next tune? It's Dick, makehits.com, wishing you all the success in the world. Are you successful? You should be. Join the Serious Writers Guild. See what success is like. Then you can have the car, the house. Wow. Ferrari, swimming pool, I better go because I get carried away. See you soon. Bye. Next week.